Minecraft villages can be a little bit boring looking, but Kyle from KyleKraft and I are going to transform this village into two different styles. Don't you go anywhere if you want to see what we're going to do. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on what time you're watching this next episode from me, Avomance, in the Village Transformation collaboration with KyleKraft series. It's a very long title for a very good series. Today, we are going to do the T-shaped houses. Now, because of a strange, weird thing, I've got two of these T-shaped houses. Kyle appears to have three. So this poor man, again, has got to do more building than me. I pretend that I'm really sad, but actually it's just the way the cookie crumbles. Consider the cookie officially crumbled. It's a crumbly cookie, but we're going to do these two builds here, and I've fallen off the roof. So I'm stood right here, and what we're going to do is we're going to transform these two. Well, I'm going to transform it once and then do it again, and we're going to put them over there with the rest of the village in exactly the place they're meant to be. Then we're going to go and we're going to see what Kyle does with it, because Kyle is a genius when it comes to modern builds. So make sure you go and say hello to him. And I'm really actually very interested to see what he's going to do with it. Let's crack on. And there are the footprints of the two houses that we are going to put into this village. I'm going to do the one at the top, then I'll copy it across onto the bottom, and we'll have a very nearly finished village. We've not got that many buildings left to do. Now we're going to keep a very similar palette to that which we kept before, with our various woods, various stones, some internal bits and pieces, some green, some flowers, spruce doors very definitely, and I'm going to keep the dark oak because I think it's in keeping with the rest of the village. Let's crack on with it. So I've already created this really familiar box shape that's 4 high, but it doesn't incorporate this sticky out bit here, and there's a reason for that. It's because we want to do something that's maybe a little bit different. We are going to raise this up a touch, but we're not going to raise it up on feet. We're going to raise it up on upside down steps here first of all, which will give us a little bit of depth. Depth is so important with these builds. If you've not got any depth, then frankly the house gets really boring and you might as well just left it as the original village. And then we're going to come around this way, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to shove another one of those there. We may need to play with these in a minute, I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to get that up there like that. That's going to come sideways onto that. They're going to be the right way round, and then these are going to come up around and sideways onto that. So you can see we've kind of got a differential coming on there. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to oak plank that little bit there first. We're going to oak plank that bit there, and we need to decide which of these two is going to be our door. Decision made, this is going to be the door. So I'm going to get, where's my door? So I'm going to bring my spruce door and I'm going to pop the spruce door there so it is ready and willing to go. Now, as I have with all of the others, we are going to put some stripped wood as the floor. I know it gets Kyle really excited when I use this strip wood, and I don't want to disappoint him. It's one of my favourite blocks now in the game, and I never really used to use it before we did these collaborations. Then I realised just how great this block is for, well, pretty much any build you want to do. You can use it in rustic, you can use it in modern, you can use it in medieval, you can pretty much use it in anything, and I really like it for flooring. I need to start experimenting with things other than flooring, definitely, but all in all, that is a nice piece of kit, definitely. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get our cobble and we're going to create the cobblestone outline, which actually means that the internal structure isn't as big as you would think, because I keep getting told I'm cheating. So I'm going to try and stay within the footprint with this particular one. So we've got a rectangle. It's only 3 wide, but it is pretty long. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look, so it's 3 by 7. We've got a bit of space, so we shouldn't be too bad. I think we then just need to start to build up these walls. So we'll position up the windows first, and for the first time I'm actually going to use a block of glass. You know what? I don't like where that door is. Let's pop the door in the right place, which is there. Silly man. There we go. So the door is there. I put a block of glass there because obviously if you use a pane of glass, it doesn't connect up with the door. So we need to use a block of glass. I've not used a block of glass before, but my feeling is it really needs that glass right there. And then we're going to bring in some more window edge, and we're going to put a small window on that side. And then we're going to put a larger window, say larger, 3 wide larger, and then we're going to put that there. We're going to leave that bit there blank, and we're going to put 1 high window just there. And then what I'm going to do, just to get the structure, remember this is all about structure, we're not going to be leaving it like this all cobbly, and we're just going to put that around just so as we can check whether or not those windows are working for us, because if they're not working for us, we need to change it up. We're going to have some fairly bare wall there, I can tell. So all in all, I think we're probably okay. Let me just see. Yeah, I think we're all right. Coming around. Yeah, so I'm happy with that, and we're going to put some detail on the outside of these walls so as they don't look too, I don't know, grubby, shall we say. What I am going to do though is I am going to raise these up 1, because I think they need to come up. There is absolutely nothing wrong with making small adjustments to your builds part way through if you think actually they need to be improved. Now remember, we are doing these completely freestyle. Kyle plans his builds and it really shows in the quality of the end result. I like to go freestyle because that's how my mind works, and it means that we get a little bit of changeability as we are rolling along. But I'm just going to finish this off, and what that's going to mean is we're going to have another row of stone underneath there. And obviously when you've got stone in an Avomance build, you know you are going to be changing some of this stone up to be able to put some texture in. Otherwise it just wouldn't be an Avomance build. So I'm just going to get these walls done and I'll be back in a minute. So we've textured up our walls and it's nicely textured in exactly the same ways as the others are. It's led by cobble, but it's got a good mixture of andesite, crackstone, stone brick. It's got all sorts in there. We've gabled up the ends. Again, we've got a standard 12-12, just straight aid gable, and we are going to be putting dark oak stairs on as a roof. So we're going to do this side of the roof first, and then we're going to leave the other side just for now because we've got some plans for it. So I'm just going to come across here. Always struggle with, in the comments below, do you struggle putting steps next to each other, or is it just me? It always makes me kind of stick my tongue out the side of my mouth like some kind of demented puppy. There, like that. That's perfect. I then need, oh, I've not got any. Where's my dark oak? I'm sure I had a dark oak block. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Dark oak planks. Anyway, moving on. So let's get my dark oak planks on there and bring that all the way around like that. That's lovely. I then want dark oak slab. That's going to run across the top of this. There, like that. And the cobblestone slab goes there. Whoop, not 2 of them, just the 1. Oh, messed it up again. I'll put that one back there like that. That is fabulous. Now what I want to do is I want to have a little play with this here. And we're going to get ourselves some spruce fence, I think. And this spruce fence is going to come there and there, there and there, there and there. So we've got a little kind of fenced off area. And then what we're going to do is we're going to raise that up by 2 like that. Because what I want to do is something marginally fancy. And that is we're going to have, that's going to go there. That's going to go there. That means that's going to go on sideways in there like that. That's going to come in there. And then we're just going to do exactly the same thing coming up like this. I probably need to change that other cobble, don't I? So let's bring that there like that. That there like that. And then that upside down like that. And then that's going to need to have 2 cobble bits on it like that. Yeah, that's brill. I'm happy. that needs to replace with that, which means officially that has to replace by that as well. Fabulous. And then what we're going to do is we're going to shove that there and that there, that there and that there, and then upside down there and there, upside down there and there, and then top it off with 2 of those. Right, now what we can do is we can put the rest of this roof in the same way as we did before, without having to kind of correct ourselves too much. This should line up beautifully with the edge of those slabs, and it does. Notice that the tongue is out of the mouth again as I try and line up these steps. And then this bit's easy because I can just lob it on. Oh, I've done that upside down in there. We don't want that. I just lob it onto that block. Oh, except I fell down the stairs. There we go. And that is the shape of the roof that I am looking for. So if we come inside, you can see we've got a fairly nice shape underneath, which works really, really well. And that kind of supported porch area, for me, actually makes for a really interesting way of bringing out that kind of T shape. Rather than it being all internal, I thought, why not go external? I think it looks really, really nice. So we're going to start to put just a little bit of detail into these walls. Not too much, because we're going to do something more with it in a bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get into each of these corners on those 2 sides. Does it work on this side as well? Yes, it does. We're going to put a little bit of depth in there like that. This side doesn't need it. And I'm going to put it there, but I'm not going to put it there. I think we're good. Yeah, so what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put a shutter there, because that acts as a shutter for that. I'm going to take that away. I don't like it. That doesn't work for me, so we're going to do something else. So I'm going to close that over like that, and that over like that, and similarly there and there. So we've started to put a little bit of interest and detail into that. And on this front one here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to shove it out like that. I think that's... no, that's not going to happen for me. So let's try something different. Let's try that. How's that? Does that work better? That may work better. It may. I'm going to reserve the right to mess that about in a moment. But what we're going to do now is we're going to come inside, because no, that I'm not convinced by that at all. But what we are going to do is we're going to get ourselves, where is it? There's my oak. We're going to bring the oak in here. We're going to run it along one side, bring it in and across the top. We're going to make that a nice window area. That's going to come in there, 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 and across the top. We can bring in our pane of glass. That pane of glass goes bang, bang, bang. Not there, there, and similarly at this end, not there, bang. Oh, for goodness sake, placement, Avomance, for goodness sake. That we're just going to leave open as a vent because it's actually no, we're not. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. I think that maybe works better. Yes, it does. So now what we're going to do, we are going to create, rather unsurprisingly, a little bit of a mezzanine area. I do like a good mezzanine, me, don't I? So we're going to bring this over this way, I think, and we'll go one more. And we're going to bring the mezzanine down like that. And I think that works quite nicely, actually. Fairly happy with that. I think if that going like that, that would go like that, that would go like that. Would that look better? Actually, it might, mightn't it? Let's come up here like that. Does that look better? I think it probably does. So let's leave it like that for now. And again, I reserve the right to change that at a moment's notice. We're going to get ourselves a little working area over this back area here. So we're going to put a crafting table in there. We're going to put 2 sets of chests there, so he's got loads of storage, this fella. Look at that. If he got any more storage, it would be illegal. And I'm going to put, have I got a bed there? I've got a bed. His bed is going to go upstairs let's put the bed there like that. That's fab. We're going to cover that over there. I'm going to leave that open, I think. In fact, I'm going to take that out as well. We're just going to leave that like that. And I'm going to put way too much storage in here. Let's put that there and that there. And I'm going to put to that side as well, I think. Why don't we here? I'll tell you what we're going to do now. We're going to get ourselves, except I didn't do that, did I? Going to get ourselves an armor stand. We're going to shove an armor stand in there, and we are going to put some armor on here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Escape. Let's go. Have I put 2 chest plates? Oh, for goodness sake. Right, so we want that. Like that. 3. Boom. So now he's got a little set of armor, this fella. This guy's a very lucky little man, isn't he? Look at him. Very nice. And then if I get myself that like that, that like that, and that like that, we can start to light this puppy up. So we can put that there, the torch onto the block behind it, and a trapdoor into there. Let's just replace that like that, and that gives him stacks of light. I think that's probably enough, actually, isn't it? So let's come back down. I think we're also going to light up inside here, so let's put that there, that on there, and that on there like that, and then come in this side as well. We're going to put that there, and that on there like that. I like it very much. Should we put a picture in as well? Have we used any pictures before? I don't think we have we? Let's get a painting in here. Where's the painting on? There it is. Couldn't see it for looking. Right, so if we put the painting on there, no, not there, like that. That's perfect. It's got a nice little painting there, and I think that works quite well. I'm also going to get some upside down steps. I think if we can use some dark oak, we can put that like that and that like that, and that gives for a nice little working shelf there as well, doesn't it? And put item frames on there like that. I'll put an item frame on there, and then we can put, what should we put? Should we just put something? There we go. So that's, not entirely sure what that is, but it's an item frame that's, you know what? No, it's not. I'm going to put some food in it. Why don't we shove some mutton on it, and then it looks like it's dinner. There we go. So he's got his dinner plate on there. This fella's not going to go hungry. That's much better for him, surely. We're then going to put another upside down one of those just there, so as I don't know, just a little bit more storage, really, isn't it? I think that's quite a nice little effort on the inside. Let's finish off the outside. So we've got all of this ugly yellow here that we need to get rid of. So I'm just going to bring in some gravel around here, and that is obviously also in keeping with parts of the other build as well. So if we put the gravel round on the outside like this, and all the way down this side as well. So let's just take this wall out and then refill that up with some nice gravel. We'll bring it out as well because the other buildings have got gravel that has kind of gone past the boundary, and it does look really quite nice. So let's put that there like that, all the way around, under here as well, and there. So we've got a nice gravel outer. I'm just going to shove some feet on there. Just again to give that feeling of additional support. I think it really needs it. Obviously it doesn't need the extra foot there. and I think that works really quite nicely. What I do want to do is I want to get some spruce trapdoors, and I want to put them across there like that, because that gives, again, a bit more interest to that kind of flat bark. I think it makes for a better look, definitely. And if we come and do the same at the other side, get some trapdoors in there. I'm going to put in a couple of flower pots on here, and we're going to shove in, what should we pop in? Orange tulips, why not? Orange tulip there and there. And the same on this side. Might as well make it symmetrical. Orange tulip there and there. That works beautifully. And then we're going to get oak log. We're going to put oak there and oak there. I'm going to put an upside down stair there, a right way round stair there. I'm then going to try something and see whether it works. Let's put that in like that. That on there like, no. That on there into that, and then that onto the block. So that gives light there, which is great. And then we're going to pull in some green. We need the green. We're going to pop in here. Actually, we're going to pop that bit out, and we're going to make the green extend the entirety of that wall like that. That looks fabulous. We're going to pop that there. We're going to shove, let's have a red one on there, shall we? Red one on like that. That can go there with a red one there like that. I think also what we're going to do is we're going to take that out. Thinking on the fly. That's going to go there. That's going to go there like that. And then we're just going to, in here, put again a little bit of green. Now we've not overdone the green, but we've made sure we've got plenty, because plenty green is what is required. We're also going to shove in there. We're going to pop. I'll just put. Let's do that again, shall we? That goes like that, and that goes like that. I think that works. That works okay. Yep. That doesn't need anything there. We've got light on that side. Okay, so now we need to do, just add some buttons in. Remember, stone buttons on wood, always, always. And I don't think we necessarily need to bring any wooden buttons in, actually. I think we're probably okay. And that, my friends, looks like a finished product. The village is really starting to take shape. Those two houses there looking awesome. But what has Kyle done? And we are in Kyle's world now, and I'm very excited to see what he's done, because this is a bigger build, and as a result I think Kyle's got far more to play with, which is something that absolutely suits him. So it's going to be brilliant. I'm just going to F5 this one around and look, absolutely brilliant. You know what, right, first off, first impressions, we have got a reduction of the amount of white. Now ordinarily that kind of is neither here nor there, but if you think that a lot of the other parts of the village are white, and as a result he's brought in this stripped wood, which we all know is kind of Kyle's raison d'etre, isn't it? This stripped wood, he's loving the stripped wood. In fact, if we deleted every block except for stripped wood, he'd probably still be building modern builds. That's how good he is with stripped wood. And he has effectively replaced where he would have put the white with the stripped wood, and the contrast worked by putting in the white or the stripped wood where he would have pinned the white. Have I got that round the right way? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So we've got strip wood where white should be, and white where strip wood should be, according to the other builds that he's done. And oh my goodness, does it not work? Look at that, it's brilliant. That contrasts so well with all the other buildings. I really also love the fact that he's gone kind of white, dark with these windows as well. That works brilliantly. Concrete powder contrasting with concrete block. Genius. That's genuinely great. We've got our half slabs. No, they're not half slabs, they're just slabs. If they were half a slab, they would literally be 1/4 of a block. Get it right, Doug. Come on, that's, I think, the front entrance. Let's get ourselves in. And we've got, yeah, a very grey looking kind of powdery feel. He's brought the powder into the wall there as well. I'm assuming under there is going to be the light. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bosh that. There it is. Yep, there's the light. Very clever. We've got some other darker stuff. A table using an active piston. I like that a lot, actually. That's brilliant. So what, we got some redstone under there somewhere, I imagine. Is he just use a redstone torch? I'm not going to play with it. That is cool. We've got liberal use of the iron trapdoors, which works really, really well. You can still open that chest because iron trapdoor is considered a transparent block, so the chest will open. We've got more chests there. Look, that's plenty of storage for this guy. We've got our crafting table set into the floor with a little splash of green, and I think that works really, really nicely. What a great amount of space we've got on this inside. Now let's look at the upstairs, because you can see we've got a bit of a ladder thing going on. So let's go upstairs. And what I've got here, right, okay, few things that I want to comment on. First, what a great view. Really, really nice view. And secondly, this is a very clever use of glass here. So a lot of people would use a fence post here to kind of separate as a support for the roof, but that would look just a little bit odd in this build. I think what Kyle's done here, using that white stained glass as the support beam, just flows really congruently with the rest of the build. That is a beautiful piece of work, sir. Thank you very much for doing that. That's actually inspired me to do a few other bits. We've got the, let's get in there, we've got the absolutely necessary airy open bit at the top there, covered over by iron trapdoors again, which is Kyle's signature at the minute, isn't it? That's absolutely superb. And a bed for the poor fella to sleep in. Very nice indeed. Right, the button is over the top of the door so as you can get out. That's nice. Let's just come around the outside. I love the ceiling. I love the use of the iron trapdoors there in a kind of slightly haphazard but still very structured way. We've got it across the top as well, of course, because it is iron trapdoor-tastic. What a lovely use of different levels. Very, very nice piece of work. Let's see how that integrates into the rest of the village, which is very nearly done. We've not got a lot left to do here, have we, at all? But look how it contrasts. You see what I mean? We've got 3 of these in Kyle's village, so it's really important that they work. And as a result of that contrast in stripped wood versus the white, it works beautifully. If these had been the other way around, imagine they were white with stripped wood, it would have just been too much white. So that is a genius stroke there. Absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to stand on one of the roofs of these buildings that Kyle has put together. We are very nearly done, people. There is not a lot left. We've got the centre of the village, we've got the church, we've got the farms, and we've got the general kind of decor of the whole village. But we're almost there in terms of all of the buildings. I'm really quite pleased with the way it's gone on both the versions. If you're enjoying this, please do remember to go and say hello to Kyle and press his like button, and also press my like button. We would love to know that you're enjoying these videos, and we will keep on making them and finish this village transformation. Also, if you've not done it already, make sure you hit both of those subscribe buttons. It'd be great to see you in our sub clubs, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.